So, you have a Harry Potter spin-off for me?
Yes, sir, I do. I got your panic 3 a.m. phone call and got straight to work.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just had the sudden realization that there might be more money to be squeezed out of the Harry Potter franchise.
Over $6 billion at the box office wasn't enough?
Well, no, obviously you need more than $6 billion if you want to buy Canada.
Is that what you're working towards?
I've said too much, so what do you have for me?
Well, there was a gimmicky textbook back in 2001 called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, so I figure we can make a movie with that.
We're gonna make a movie out of a fake textbook from the Harry Potter universe?
Exactly.
Stretching it real thin, so tell me about the movie.
Well, the movie takes place in the 1920s and follows this British guy, Newt Scamander, who comes to New York with a suitcase full of magical creatures.
Oh, it's gonna be hard for him to get through customs with that thing.
No, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when the customs guy wants to see inside the case, Newt hits this little switch that makes it okay for muggles.
So it can be opened up safely without the creatures jumping out?
Yeah, exactly. Totally safe to open up.
So how come he didn't already have that switched on?
I don't know.
In fact, why doesn't he always have that switched on so the creatures don't escape?
Well, they need to escape for the movie to happen.
So Newt just doesn't care about the safety of the creatures?
Oh no, he cares a whole lot about their safety. That's his #1 concern.
But he's not gonna take any precautions to keep them safe.
That's right.
Well, okay then.
So anyway, Newt is gonna run into this wannabe baker guy, Jacob, and they're gonna accidentally switch briefcases.
An aspiring baker from New York has the exact same case as a British wizard?
That's what we're going with.
Wow.
So later, Jacob's gonna open the case and some creatures are gonna get out.
Whoops.
Whoopsie, so they're gonna have to track them all down and catch them before anything bad happens.
Exciting.
And at the same time, we have this whole other thing going on with this guy, Percival Graves. And he's trying to track down this evil cloud thing called an Obscurus.
How is that gonna be related to Newt's lost creature storyline?
It practically won't be.
Is that gonna make the whole movie feel a little disjointed?
Yeah, it's gonna feel like if you were trying to watch a movie at home, but your little cousin kept switching over to Pokemon.
Wow.
We're also gonna have this character, Tina Goldstein.
Oh yeah, and what's her deal?
She's actually a former roarer.
A former roarer?
Exactly.
I have no idea what's that word?
A former roarer.
Oh, you sound like a dog that's somehow beginning to learn English.
An Auror is like a wizard officer type thing, and she used to be one.
Oh, a former Auror. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, and at the end of the movie, we're gonna hint that maybe she's into Newt.
You're saying the former Auror adores the Forerunner?
Yeah.
So what kind of fantastic beasts are they gonna track down?
Oh, well, one of them is like this magical horny rhino.
Oh, so it has a giant horn?
Well, yeah, but also it wants to bang.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we're gonna have this really fun thing where they try to capture it before it, goes to town on them.
We're gonna have the main characters try to catch a magical rhino before it has time to sexually assault them?
Yeah, pretty fun, right?
I guess. I mean, I didn't realize you were going for an R rating.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, so it's gonna be like light-hearted impending sexual assault and bestiality.
Right.
Well, okay then, that does sound fun.
We're also gonna have this creature that grows to fill whatever space is available.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to try to get it inside a teapot.
And what do they do with it then?
They put it back in the briefcase.
Oh, so it grows to the size of a briefcase. That's manageable.
Well, the inside of Newt's case is actually this massive place.
Oh, so it's gonna expand to fill that space then?
No, it's gonna immediately stop doing the one thing we said it does.
How come?
Magic, I guess? I don't know.
Using magic to explain logical inconsistencies is tight.
Yeah, it is.
So what else happens in the movie?
Well, Graves is gonna sentence Tina and Newt to death without a trial because they had illegal animals.
Wow, the wizarding world has some harsh sentencing.
Yeah, so they're gonna be brought to this pool type thing that kills you when you're lowered into it. It's like this dead pool.
Nope, can't call it that.
Right, that makes sense.
And how does the movie end?
Well, there's gonna be a whole lot of destruction and a big magical fight.
Wow.
And it's gonna be revealed that the whole time Graves was actually this bad guy Grindelwald in disguise.
Oh, it's like an homage to Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I love Scooby-Doo. So then Grindelwald is gonna get arrested.
And so they're gonna plop him in the dead pool?
No, they say they're gonna try to hold him.
Why would Newt and Tina be immediately sentenced to death but not him?
I don't know how wizard laws work.
Fair enough. So is it gonna be hard to deal with all the non-wizards that witness stuff?
No, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because magic exists and I can just do whatever I want, remember?
Right, so what happens?
A bird makes it rain memory juice.
That works for me.
So what do you think?
Well, to be honest, I feel like I don't know much about Newt or Grindelwald.
Oh, should I add in more details?
No, are you kidding me? That's valuable information we have to save for the sequels.
You want to stretch this out into more than one movie?
Oh yeah, into a bunch of movies. That's the only way we're gonna reach our goal.
Of buying Canada?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, sir, I'm not sure how far I could stretch this concept, though.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you figure out a way, I'll give you Quebec.
Oh, that's where poutine is from.
It sure is.
I'll see what I can do, sir.
So, you have a Fantastic Beasts sequel script for me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Amazing. The last one made over $800 million, so if we keep churning these out, we're gonna have enough money to achieve our goal in no time.
Our goal of buying Canada?
Oh, keep your damn voice down. So what happens in the movie?
Well, we're gonna have Grindelwald escape while he's being transferred by flying chariot to a new prison.
How does he manage that?
Well, he changes his appearance to secretly switch places with a prison guard that's loyal to him.
Oh, so the guard is the one that gets transported and the real Grindelwald slips out the back door?
No, Grindelwald latches onto the chariot too.
Seems unnecessarily dangerous.
Well, this way we have a cool action scene where he pops up in the chariot windows like a little cartoon character.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah, and then Grindelwald wants to find Credence, so a whole lot of the movie's gonna focus on that character.
He's the one from the first movie that barely said anything and had zero personality, right?
That's the one, so I'm hoping that people are super curious about his past.
Feels like we should have made that character a little more interesting if we wanted people to be, you know, interested.
Yeah, maybe.
So what's his deal in this movie?
Well, he still doesn't talk much and he still has zero personality, but now he really wants to learn about his family.
Okay.
And also now he's friends with Nagini.
Oh, he's friends with a snake. That's interesting. I guess she is a Fantastic Beast.
Yeah, well, she's actually still gonna be in her human form.
What?
Yeah, I thought we could do this thing where it turns out that Nagini was a person who's eventually gonna turn into a snake forever.
Why would we do that?
Because this way we finally deliver a backstory for Nagini, which is something that people have been asking for.
I don't think anybody was actually asking for that, though.
Well, they're gonna get it.
Fair enough, so she's gonna play a pretty important role in the movie, I imagine?
Not at all. She's just gonna kinda be there.
So what's the purpose of her being there?
So people can be like, hey, that's the snake from the other thing.
Fair enough, that is a good reason.
Yeah.
And what's going on with Newt Scamander?
Oh, well, he's back home now, and there are some weird vibes going on between him and his assistant. People are gonna be like, what is going on there?
And where's that storyline gonna lead?
Nowhere.
Well, okay then.
And we're also gonna have this whole thing where Newt is banned from traveling internationally.
And where's that storyline gonna lead?
Nowhere.
Fascinating.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have young Dumbledore show up and be like, Newt, I need you to go on an adventure for me, and I can't go because of something I'm not gonna explain to you for no reason.
Oh, Dumbledore is in this. Are we gonna get to see Hogwarts?
You're damn right we are, a little bit.
Wow, we should have a cameo from Professor McGonagall too. People love that character.
Oh, well, actually, in the year that this movie takes place, she hasn't actually been born yet, so we can't do that.
Throw her in there anyway, though. People love that character.
But she's not alive yet.
If you don't put Professor McGonagall in this movie, when I buy Canada, I'm setting Quebec on fire.
But that'll ruin all the poutine.
I want her in this movie.
Geez, well, okay, we'll have a cameo from Professor McGonagall, who's gonna be -8 years old.
Amazing. So who else is in the movie? Is Tina back?
Yeah, she is, and thanks to the first movie, she's been made into an Auror again.
Oh, the former Auror's an Auror once more?
Exactly, and in this one, she's gonna be all mad at Newt.
How come?
Well, there was a misprint in the paper that said that Newt was engaged to Leta Lestrange, but it was actually his brother.
Whoops.
Whoopsie, so yeah, things are gonna be weird between them the whole movie.
Can't that entire misunderstanding be resolved by saying a single sentence, though?
It sure can, but we're gonna artificially stretch it out for a super long time for the sake of conflict.
Oh, unnecessary conflicts are tight.
And we're also gonna have Jacob come back.
Wow, must have been difficult to write him into the story, seeing as his memory was erased in the last film.
Actually, it was super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's just gonna show up like, hey, that memory thing didn't work, you idiots.
Won't that kind of cheapen the emotional memory wipe scene from the last movie?
Cheapen? I don't know the meaning of the word.
Do you really not know the meaning of the word?
Oh, please stop attacking me. Anyway, we're also gonna have Queenie in the movie.
And what's going on with her?
Well, she wants to marry Jacob, but he's a no-mage, so that's not allowed.
Okay.
And so Grindelwald convinces her to join his side by being like, you can marry whoever you want if you're on my team.
Does he really like no-mages or something?
No, he hates no-mages. That's clearly his entire thing.
So why would Queenie join him?
Because I want to set up some artificial conflicts for the next movie, so Queenie's gonna be kind of a dummy in this one.
Thinking ahead, I like it. And how does Tina react to her sister going to the dark side?
She has no reaction to it.
Wow.
We're also gonna have a whole lot of stuff going on with Leta Lestrange.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, she's in a relationship with Newt's brother, and she used to have a thing with Newt.
Wow.
We also see some of her time at Hogwarts, and she kinda killed a baby on a boat.
What?
And we're also gonna have this whole thing where she has a half-brother, and you think that maybe Credence is also her brother, but then no, he's not.
Wow, so we're really spending a whole lot of time with Leta Lestrange, huh?
Oh yeah, a ton of time.
Well, I guess we have no choice if she's gonna be a major player in the series moving forward.
Oh no, she dies.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, during a final fight with Grindelwald, she's gonna be like, run guys, I got this, and then immediately she does not got this.
Wow, but does she buy them some time?
Not at all.
Well, okay then.
Oh, we're also gonna have Nicholas Flamel in this.
Oh, what's he gonna do?
He's gonna be in the movie, so people can be like, hey, that's the guy from the other thing.
People love recognizing things from other things.
Yeah, they do. We're also gonna have him open a door, and we're gonna get to see the Sorcerer's Stone.
Hey, that's the thing from the other thing.
It sure is, sir.
Your writing is so fun and so good.
So yeah, pretty much the entire movie is gonna be the characters running around looking for each other and then sometimes stopping to yell exposition at everyone.
Incredible. And how does the movie end?
Well, in the end, it's gonna turn out that during a big Grindelwald rally, a little Niffler stole this little jewelry blood-o thing that prevents Dumbledore from attacking him.
Oh, well, thank God that in a room full of people, the Niffler stole the one thing that's gonna be important to the plot moving forward.
Yeah, thank goodness.
So what did they do with that blood-o thing?
Oh, stay tuned.
Did you just say stay tuned?
Yeah, this is a TV show now, okay?
Fair enough. People love TV shows.
Yeah, also Credence is a Dumbledore now.
What?
So what do you think of the movie?
Hey man, the Harry Potter brand is so strong that we can do whatever we want with these things.
You don't think people are gonna start to catch on that it's just a big cash grab?
No, I don't think people are that smart. So, you have a movie series for me.
Yes, sir, I do. It's based on this book series called Harry Potter.
What are those about?
Harry Potter.
Right, that makes sense. Good title.
Yeah, he's a boy who finds out that he's a wizard, so he enters this magical world where people are pretty okay with slavery.
What?
Yeah, a lot of wizards have house elves as unpaid servants.
Wow, the wizarding world sounds messed up.
Well, they have some cool stuff going on too.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they have like cool spells and magical creatures.
Oh, that is cool.
And potions that can make people fall in love with you against their will.
What?
So anyway, Harry's parents are killed by the evil Lord Voldemort when he was a baby.
How was a baby able to kill his parents?
No, Harry was the baby.
Oh, Harry is Lord Voldemort?
No, Harry was a baby and Lord Voldemort killed his parents.
This movie is confusing.
Not really.
If you say so, my brain hurts.
Voldemort will actually look like a baby at a certain point of the movie, though.
Oh, well now I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, Harry's mom sacrifices herself to save him, so when Voldemort tries to kill Harry, it backfires and he kinda dies, but not totally.
Wow, so he was like protected by love?
Yeah.
Hadn't anyone sacrificed themselves for a loved one before that point?
I guess they didn't.
What a loveless world.
So yeah, Harry's gonna be raised by this family called the Dursleys, and one day this guy Hagrid's gonna show up to bring him to wizarding school.
Oh, what's Hagrid like?
Oh, he's super nice. He's actually half giant.
He's half giant?
Yeah, his dad was a little human dude and his mom was an actual giant.
So how did they
make a baby?
Yeah.
Well, I guess with a ladder and a lot of determination.
Wow, that's super gross to imagine.
Not if you're into that kind of stuff.
I threw up in my mouth more than a little bit, so I feel like I'm not, but what else happens in the movie?
Well, Harry's gonna go to Hogwarts, which is the school for witches and wizards.
Oh yeah, what's that like?
It's like a scary, dangerous place where everything's trying to kill you.
Oh, so it's in Australia.
No, good guess. It's in Scotland, actually.
And can anyone apply to go to Hogwarts, or?
No, because the wizarding world is a secret. Like, the students have to take a secret train to get there.
Oh, they're keeping it discreet, huh? How do they get to the train?
They run full speed into a brick wall in one of the busiest train stations in the UK.
That seems kind of irresponsible.
Yeah, well, Hogwarts is a pretty irresponsible place.
How so?
Well, it's right next to a forest that's super dangerous, like they call it the Forbidden Forest.
Oh, so students can never go in there?
Exactly.
Pretty responsible policy, actually.
Unless they get detention, then they get sent in at night.
Oh, there it is.
The wizarding world also has its own sport called Quidditch.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with Quidditch?
Yeah, a bunch of people fly up into the air on broomsticks and go super fast.
Seems kind of dangerous. I imagine they're secured to the broom somehow.
No, actually, part of the game is trying to knock the other players down.
What?
Yeah, so anyway, they try to score points by throwing this ball called a quaffle through some hoops.
How many points is that worth?
10 a pop.
Okay.
But then if a seeker catches the golden snitch, that's 150 points and the game ends.
Oh, makes the rest of the game feel kind of pointless.
Yeah, it's mostly pointless.
Huh.
Yeah, so anyway, all the books are gonna be about Harry Potter going up against Lord Voldemort, who's trying to rise to power again.
How many books are there gonna be?
The author told me there were gonna be 7 books total, so that's like 8 movies.
8 movies for 7 books?
Yeah, I think by the time we put a couple of these out, people are gonna be so invested that they won't mind if we get a little cash grabby with the last book.
Oh, getting cash grabby is tight.
Oh yeah, so every year Harry Potter's gonna go through something super dangerous that involves him personally every single time.
Pretty unlucky.
And Voldemort's gonna plan something evil every year. in the spring. Nice of him to keep to the school schedule like that. Yeah, it's very considerate for sure. So what kind of evil stuff does he plan? Well, like one year he needs a little bit of Harry's blood, right? Right. So he has to come up with some kind of evil plan to get it. Is that gonna be hard to do? Actually super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh really? Yeah, he's just gonna have one of his followers pose as a Hogwarts teacher for a whole year, then have him sneak Harry's name into the Goblet of Fire so he gets chosen for something called the Triwizard Tournament, even though that breaks all the rules. Then he's gonna hope that Harry somehow wins the tournament, even though he's vastly unprepared, so he can touch the Triwizard Cup, which he's turned into something called a portkey. That then teleports him to a cemetery where he gets a guy who was pretending to be Harry's friend's rat for years, poke him with a knife. I'll be honest, that plan sounds super inconvenient. Yeah, I guess it does when I lay it all out like that. Seems like there'd be an easier way to get that done, especially with magic being a thing. Yeah, well, that's gonna kind of be a theme in these movies. What do you mean? Well, we're gonna establish some magical things that would solve a lot of problems, but then the characters aren't gonna use them. Like what? For one thing, time travel exists. What? Yeah, there's a thing called the Time Turner that lets you go back in time. How did they not use that to solve a bunch of their problems? Well, one time they're gonna use it to save a hippogriff, and other than that, it's gonna be used by Harry's friend Hermione, so she could take some extra classes. What? Yeah, she wants to take some extra classes, so you know, they entrust her with the ability to control time itself. And they don't solve any other problems with the Time Turner. That's right. Wow. There's also a potion called Felix Felicis that makes you super lucky and lets you achieve anything you set out to do. Seems pretty helpful for a war against a Dark Lord. Yeah, but they're hardly gonna use it. Why wouldn't they though? Well, we're gonna say that it's kinda hard to make, so. What if somebody took some Felix Felicis and then set out to make more Felix Felicis and then they gave that out to the good guys before a fight? Please don't think about this too much. Okay then, I won't. So what do you think? Well, I think there's a lot of potential, and I especially like the idea of taking the eventual last book and wringing 2 movies out of it. Yeah, I thought you might like that. Is there anything else the author's working on that we can exploit like that? Well, apparently she's working on a little gimmicky guidebook thing called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Okay, that sounds interesting. But it's not gonna be a novel, it's gonna be like a guidebook to the Harry Potter creatures. Okay, we'd have to be pretty greedy to try to turn that into a movie. Yeah, I'd say so, let alone its own spin-off series. Can you imagine? Hey guys, Ryan here. Thanks for watching that pitch. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you like, share it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. We also have a ton of these on the channel, so you can binge watch those if you want. There is a lot of them. And also let me know what other movies I should make these for. And as usual, check back soon for a new one. Bye-bye.